Welcome to episode number 9 of MLB Show 21 Postseason Series, and today I'm going to be playing Game 1 of the World Series between the Chicago White Sox. You already knew that part because I filmed the ALCS. The White Sox swept the Blue Jays after the Blue Jays, in the Division Series, they beat the Twins in the AL Wildcard game, then they swept the Red Sox, but then the Blue Jays won the AL Wildcard game against the Twins, or the Blue Jays won the AL Wildcard game against the Twins, then they swept the Red Sox. But then they got swept by the. It's basically, like I said, they won the AL Wildcard against the Twins. The Blue Jays won the AL Wildcard against the Twins. Then they swept the Red Sox. Then they got swept by the White Sox in the ALCS. So they started 4-0, ended up finishing 4-4 in the postseason, or the record their record was 4-4 in the postseason, or they finished their. So basically, I mean, they started 4-0 in the postseason, but then they ended up 4-4 because obviously they got swept by the White Sox. At that last game, the White Sox won 7-4 in 22 innings. I know that was a really long game and a really long episode. Hope that doesn't happen in the World Series. It shouldn't, but you never know. I'm not saying it will, but yeah. And then the Giants are in the World Series. As the Giants, beat won against the Reds in Cincinnati in the NL Wildcard game. Then they were down 2-1 over the Dodgers, 2 outs away from being eliminated. They hit a single, then they hit this is in San Francisco, single, then a triple that tied the game with the winner at third base and 1 out, and a sac fly to win Game 4 to force a Game 5 back in LA. So they won Game 4 5-4. I believe it was 5-4 at least. Right over the Giants. Yes, it was 5-4. It was 5-4, and then they won Game 5 4-3 to move on to play the Cubs in the NLCS. They won the first 3 games. Then they lost Game 4, so it was then 3 games to 1, and then they won Game 5. And now they're in the World Series playing the White Sox. I have some history of I have some notes here. I just posted notes of when the team actually have won a World Series. They both have won a World Series, more than one, both of them. Obviously, the Giants used to be the New York Giants back in the day, like the 50s or something, before they moved to San Francisco. I don't know. I don't know when they moved to San Francisco, but either way, this is the San Francisco Giants, along with, I believe the first 2 World Series I'm about to say for the Giants were when they were the New York Giants before they moved to San Francisco, but this is what it said on the internet. So, 1933, they beat the Washington Senators, which are now, I believe, the Nationals, I think. But they beat the Senators in 1933, 4-1 in the World Series. 1954, they swept the Indians. 2010, they beat the Rangers 4-1. 2012, they swept the Tigers. And 2014, they beat the Royals 4-3. Obviously, 2010, 2014, or 2010, 2012, 2014, they won 3 World Series. In 2010, they won in 2010, 2012, and 2014, so they won 3 World Series in 5 years. Now they're in the World Series for the first time since 2014. And for the White Sox, 1906, they beat the Cubs 4-2. That was in 1906. 1917, they beat the New York Giants. So technically, you could say it was a rematch of 1917, although back then the Giants were still in New York. They beat the New York Giants 4-2, and then in 2005, so they swept the Astros. That means they didn't go. It went 88 years without a title. 88 years, and for the Giants between 1954 and 2010, I believe that is like 56 years. If I did the math earlier, I'm just checking here. So yeah, the White Sox between 1917 and 2005, they went 88 years without a title. And then between 1954 and 2010, the Giants went 56 years without a title. But obviously, the Giants won it all 7 years ago, which is 2014, and the White Sox won it all 16 years ago in 2005. So, leave your comments below for the predictions in the comments below. It's Johnny Cueto, Johnny Cueto for the Giants, Dallas Keuchel for the White Sox. White Sox have home field advantage because they were a division winner, and the White Sox do have home field advantage because they were a division winner, and the Giants were a wild card team. And the Cubs, by the way, I filmed their NLDS. They swept the Braves 3-9, or they swept the Braves, which is best 5 series, it'd be 3-9, but Like, I mean, the Cubs, they swept the Braves, but then obviously lost to the Giants 4-1 in the NLCS. And like I said, the Blue Jays won the AL Wild Card against the Twins. Then they swept the Red Sox, but then they got swept by the White Sox in the ALCS, which I filmed the ALCS. And now they're playing the Giants in the Fall Classic. Starts on Tuesday, October 26th, 2021. First innings are in Chicago. And then the next 3 games, assuming obviously there's a Game 5, will be in San Francisco. And then Game 6 and 7 if there's a Game 6, and then Game 6 will be in Chicago, and if there is one, and Game 7 will also be in Chicago if there is one. And the series will go in November. The Game 5, if there is one, will be on Halloween, and then Game 6 and 7, obviously if there's a Game 6 or 7, or if there's a Game 6 and or 7, Game 6 is on November 2nd, and Game 7 is on November 3rd. But yeah, let's get into it. So that's a big gap, isn't it? No, not that bad. And by the way, oh yeah, for the Giants, I know I'm wasting all the time here, but just stick with me. Savano hurt himself. Abdominal strain. That was in Game 4 of the NLCS. That was in Game 4 of the NLCS. He's out 1 to 6 days. So, he's still injured at this time. So, I did some stuff. Martis Dabano at second. Kurt Castelli is a DH. This is against lefties. Darren Ruff is in left. Austin Slater is in center. And then and obviously that's when there's a DH, obviously. And then the same thing when there's a left-handed pitcher and no DH. Right-handed pitcher and DH. Darren Ruff's a DH. Slater's at center base. Because then they have Dickerson in left, who's a lefty. But that's the reason why Dickerson's not in left when there's a left-handed pitcher is because the lefty-lefty. So that's the same thing when there's no DH. It's just that Darren Ruff's not the DH. So, and then also that's Stefano or Anthony Desponley or whatever his name is still injured as well. So in the pitcher rotation, it's still Dossman, Cueto, Wood, Webb, and Trapano, or I think it's Trapano. But yeah, let's get into Game 1 of the World Series. Oh, he's no longer injured. Why is the other guy not in? Hold on. So Savano's no longer injured. I can... Wait, is the other... Savano's no longer injured, so I think I can... Darn it, now I have to deal with this. Okay, I'm gonna stop this clip right now. I have to figure this out, so I'll see you in a second. So I'm back. I'm gonna try to get this game as quickly as possible. Sorry about the rant and all that good stuff. But this back to normal. Savano's at center base. And then yeah, that's really it. So all this, and then the DH against lefties is Kurt Castelli or whatever the name is. I'm gonna be botching. And the DH against righties is Darren Ruff. And then also, so Savano's back, and also Stefani is back, and so yeah, he hops into the fourth in the rotation. That's where he was. So everything's back to normal for the injuries and all that good stuff. So yeah, let's get to the White Sox. There they are. Now let's get into Game 1 right now. So yeah, White Sox are the gold controller, and the Giants are the blue controller. Why not? Alternate 2 uniforms for the White Sox, pro uniforms for the Giants. That's Juan Moncada for the White Sox, Mike Yastrzemski for the Giants. Guaranteed rate field holds 40,615, open 1991. Presidential Mill broadcast, quick counts on, cloud covered clear skies. I could pitch Alex Wood, because everyone's energy is full, because obviously they haven't played it. Well, the Giants haven't played in like 5 days, White Sox haven't played in like a week. But yeah, I'm just gonna pitch. Started that we're supposed to start. So, and Cueto's not bad. He's no record, 0.60 ERA, and then tied to 1-0 with a 3.24 ERA. So, lefty versus righty, 82 versus 78. Tito's a lefty in the 82, and Cueto's a righty in the 78. As obviously the DH is Turk Castelli because it's a lefty, and obviously they have Slater in left and Devano in center instead of that's a lefty, and it's a righty. Dickerson's in left and Hotman's in center, but they're both lefties. So they don't want lefty versus lefty. I did that, yeah. So. Yeah. Well, it's the end of the day. On the playoff plans first game, Matt Basterson is not turned down at all. Here we go. And your Mon Mercedes is a DH for the White Sox, obviously. And then when there's no DH, you're just not out of the lineup. Which there won't be when we go to San Francisco. Let's do it. Here's the postseason bracket. We are here at Guaranteed Rate Field in Chicago, Illinois for Game 1 of the 2021 World Series between the San Francisco Giants and the Chicago White Sox. Hi there, everybody. Vinny James 342 the Manager. Welcome to the World Series here on the show. It's Game 1 of this year's Fall Classic. Giants, White Sox here on the south side of Chicago. First World Series appearance for the White Sox since 2005 for the Giants since 2014. And you see their records in the postseason: 7-1 for the White Sox, 8-3 for the Giants. Giants won it all. Last time they won the World Series was 2014. They beat the Royals in 7 games. And the last time the White Sox won the World Series was 2005, where they swept the Astros. Game 1 of the World Series comes to an end on the show. Dallas Keuchel, 1 starter in the postseason, got the win, 3.24 ERA, 8 1/3 innings pitched, 9 hits, 1.08 WHIP, no walks, no strikeouts. As White Sox are 7-1 in the postseason, beat the Angels 3-1 in the Division Series, and then swept the Blue Jays in Championship Series. And then for the Giants, they beat the Reds in Cincinnati in the wild card game, and they won against the Dodgers in won against the Dodgers in 5 games. In the Division Series, and then they beat the Reds in a wild card game in Cincinnati, and then they beat the Dodgers in 5 games in the Division, and then they beat the Dodgers in 5 games in the Division Series, and then they beat the Cubs in 5 games in the Championship Series, and that's how they got there, or how both teams got to the World Series. Sinker, cutter, changeup, slider, and a forcing fastball for Keuchel. Or a center, a cutter, a changeup, a slider, and a forcing fastball for Keuchel as we're on right here at Guaranteed Rate Field. 1-2 count. That's foul ball. Quick counts are on. 44 degrees here at game time. Wind 4 miles per hour blowing in from center field. So yeah, it's a brisk 44 degrees. Wind, like I said, is blowing it's a brisk 44 degrees at game time, and like I said, the wind is 4 miles per hour blowing in from center field. Here we go, 1-2 count to use Stremski. Ground ball to the end of the shift. Throw to first by Montreal from shallow right field. Is in time, 1 down, and we got the ball game. And here's the starting lineup for the San Francisco Giants. Might use Stremski, Buster Posey, Brandon Crawford, Evan Longoria, Brandon Bell, Austin Slater, Savano come back for injury. His first game back for injury. Kurt Castelli, the DH pitcher at American Park, and Marquez Devano. 1 home run in the postseason for the Giants, and it was hit by Brandon Crawford in the Division Series against LA. It was hit in the Division Series. It was hit in game 3 or 4 of that series. I don't remember. 1-2 down, the Posey is really struggling. Ground ball, and the struggling Posey hits a single to right center field, just out of the reach of the dive in Montreal. And he's on with a 1-out single. That's the first hit for the Giants or either team in the game and the series. 2-1 down. Ground ball, and it's past the diving Moncada. So back-to-back singles. 2-1 out for the Giants in the first inning. I don't think I had to dive for that. That was a bad dive. I thought. I don't think. Yeah, I dove right over the top of it. Here we go. 2-1 down on Longoria. Ground ball should be 2. It's botched by Anderson. Throw to first in time, but they did not get 2 as it was botched by Anderson. It is a 6-3 ground up, but not a double play. And now here's Brandon Belt. Runner second and third, 2 outs, 1-1 down. Trying to get the Giants on the board first. Ground ball to middle. Out of the reach of Montreal. 1-1 will score. Here comes a throw, and it's not in time. A 2-1 single for Brandon Belt. And the Giants, just like that, take a 2-0 lead in game 1. As they strike first in game 1, 2-0 Giants here in the top of the first, here in game 1 of the World Series. Here's Austin Slater. Ground ball, center base. Montreal throws to Anderson for the fourth, and the inning's over. The Giants hit 2 into this 2-run single by Brandon Belt. Into a 2-run single by Brandon Belt. The score is 2-0. The score is the Giants 2, and the White Sox coming at bat. No score. The score is the Giants 2. White Sox coming at bat. The score is 2-0 Giants here in the show. Or the score is 2-0 Giants here in game 1. Here's Johnny Cueto. 2 starts here in the postseason. Got no decision though in both starts. 0.60 ERA, 15 innings pitched, 11 hits, 0.73 WHIP, no walks, 1 strikeout. So sub 1 ERA, but there are 2 starts, but both starts he got no decision. Here's Anderson. Ground ball, center base. Throw to first by Savano. His first day back from injuries in time, 1 down. Not injured in game 4 of the league championship series. And here's our lineup for the Chicago White Sox. Tim Anderson, Nick Montreal, Jose Abreu, Tim Anderson, Nick Montreal, Juan Moncada, Jose Abreu, who last season batted .284 with an .834 OPS. Adam Ethan, Ron Mercedes, Yasmani Grandal, Andrew Vaughn, and Louis Garcia. That's the ground ball to the Savano again, and there's 2 down. And there's the postseason bracket. As you can see how these teams got to where they are. There's Moncada. Been .324 in the postseason. Full count. That's the ground ball to Savano again, and the inning's over. 1-2-3 go to the White Sox, and the 1 here in game 1. The score is 2-0 Giants. On the way down. 3-1 hitters count. What did you say? Savano, not salami, but that's ball 4 with a 3-1 hitters count. Lead off launchers. Here comes Kurt Castelli, who's Kurt Casale. He's batting 1,000. He's 2 for 2 in the postseason. Both were pinch hit appearances. So first start, it's because it's a DH. And that's a line drive base hit. He's now 3 for 3. Unless he's out at first, he could be, but no one's covering. That's only at 5 speed. And now the Giants are knocking on the door again. I already have 2. Got 2 in the first. Now I have 2 on nobody out in the second. And this could get really ugly quickly. That's a ground ball. It could be 2. Abreu threw it wildly. And the bases are loaded. As no one advanced past 90 feet, but then I'll slap the reigning AL MVP with an E3. And the bases are loaded with nobody out. I accidentally ran. Maybe I should not have thrown that. Yeah, I should have stepped on first, but I tried to run. I went over to the right to try to get the ball, and I got the ball, but then he kept running. So now the bases are low with nobody out. And this could be bad. Oh, it is bad. But how many? Well, they did. Ground ball is to be 2. And this will be a double play. A run does score, but it's not an RBI for Yastrzemski. It's now 3-0 Giants, but Taito will take that every day of the week. And here's Posey, who single and scored in the first. 1-2 down. Fly ball, left center. Garcia's under it, and the inning's over. Giants had base loaded, nobody out, only did one. It was on a double play. Middle of 3 to score. Now 3-0 Giants here in game 1. Here's Abreu. Error did cost them, but the Giants only got one. It was on a double play too. Round ball past the pitcher and past Savano. Sindel. Abreu has the first hit for the White Sox in the game and in the series. Try to hit some of those runs back. It's only the second inning. Here's Adam Eaton. Ground ball is to be 2. It's on a tough turn. Second one, first double play. 2 down. Here's Mercedes leading the White Sox on base. First on base OPS, I think it said. Ground ball is a base hit for Mercedes. Runner first 2 outs, bottom 2. Remember, 3-0 Giants. And here is Yasmani Grandal. Ground ball up the middle, and that's a base hit. Mercedes is going to the third, and he is safe. As it throws off the line, it would have been safe anyways, probably. And now the White Sox are in business. 2 outs, runners in the corners for Andrew Vaughn, the rookie. First year, I believe he's a rookie at least. Then 3-2 down. That's a ground ball, and that's a base hit. Vaughn, and it's 3-1. RBI signal for the rookie Andrew Vaughn. His first hit and RBI of the series. It was the first at bat. RBI signal up the middle for Andrew Vaughn, and it's 3-1. And now they're 2 out magic. Now it's Garcia. A 3-2 count too, by the way. 1-0 count. Ground ball. This one should end the inning, hopefully, and it will. White Sox only did White Sox did 1. And they leave 2, end of 2. The score, the Giants 3, and the White Sox 1. Here's Brandon Crawford, is 1 for 1 in the game. I saw Tapper to the shift on, throw it first by Kaito as he got it, jumped up the mound, fielded it, threw to Abreu, 1 down. I mean, that no runs on 2 outs, and the White Sox would like 3 straight singles. Score, here's Longoria. That's a pop-up to Abreu. And this one will be caught by Abreu, 2 down. And here's Brandon Bell, who had a 2-run single in the first inning. 40th pitch coming from Tycho through almost 3 innings of work. Swinging in this one, too. Here we go. 1-2 down. Ground ball right to Tycho. Inning is over. That's the first inning. The Giants do not score. 1-2-3 go the Giants. Middle of 3. Scores 3-1 San Francisco. Now it's Anderson, top of the order. 1-2-3. Go for 1. That's a line drop field, and short up by Savano. 1 down. And also, like I said earlier, the Fonley or whatever, I forgot his name. I might be botching it. He's back from injury as well. He broke his cheek in the division series. He actually did, yeah, he broke his cheek. I know it sounds weird, but he did. Round ball to Cueto. And then Savano had a abdominal strain, 2 down. Both were like 1 to 6 days, I think. Or I think it was, maybe not. Savano was definitely 1 to 6 days. The other one might have been, yeah, I think, and then just Johnny's was 1 to 2 weeks actually. Here's Moncada, and then Abreu, the end continues. Line drive, and the end will continue for Jose Abreu, representing the tying run. There's 1 home run in the division series. Abreu's coming up. That's a tying run. Trying to redeem himself for that error. He's 1 for 1. That's a ground ball back to Cueto. Inning over. 1 hit, 1 left for the White Sox. Or 1 hit and 1 left for the White Sox. We're ahead of the 4th with the Giants up 2. Here's Austin Slater. 45th pitch coming from Tycho. 2-1 down. That's a line drive. Will it get down? And it will. It's past to Ivan Garcia. And it's cut off by Ethan, but by the time he throws it in, Slater's in with an easy leadoff double. Slater with a double. Now it's Savano, who had a walk earlier. Ground ball almost hit the runner going back to second. Runner will not advance. Throw to first. One down. Here's Kurt. Hurt to Sally. One down. Line drive. Well, that did down. It will, but I threw it home accidentally, so it's a single. Runner does not advance to third, though. So he's now 4 for 4. 2 for 2 in the game. 4 for 4 in the postseason. So lead runner does not advance. Positive decision, but 1 count to the center baseman or for DeBond. Throw to ground ball to center baseman. Double play. That was DeBond. Double play. Madrigal, Anderson, and Madrigal, Anderson, and Abreu. 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. Middle of 4. The score is still 3-1 Giants. There's Adam Ethan. Ground ball right to the third baseman who was drawn in, or maybe it was like a third base coverage drive, but there's 1 down. There's Mercedes, a single and scored. 45th pitch. And ground ball. This one should be fielded by Crawford. It is. Throw to first. Got him. 2 down. There's Grandal, who was at second of those 3 straight singles. And then Bonds drove in Mercedes in the second and made it 3-1. Now we're in the 4th. 48th pitch coming from Cueto. They're 3 2/3. The Giants up 2. Ground ball. Evan Longoria in and over. 1-2-3 to the SOX. And the 4. The score is 3-1. San Francisco. And Mike Yastrzemski is 0 for 2 with double play. That's how they scored the 3rd run in the 2nd inning, but unfortunately it didn't get an RBI because you can on a double play. You can if you hit into 1 out, but if you hit into 2 outs, not RBI. That's single for Yastrzemski, and here's Posey. The single, and 1 for 2 the single, and scored a run. And that is low, 3-1. Brandon Crawford on deck, and this is not going well for Keuchel at all right now. Ground ball, this could be 2. Keuchel, Anderson, Abreu, double play. 2 down. And at the 1-6-3 double players, Crawford is 1 for 2 with a single and a scored a run. 2-1 count. Ground ball into the shift. Throw to first by Montreal from shallow right field, down and over. Halfway home in game 1, the score is still the Giants. Or halfway home in game 1, the score is the Giants 3 and the White Sox 1. Back here, we're back here in Chicago. Let's turn on field. Check out the lobby. Tony La Russa. I don't know how to say that. That's him right there. And here we go. Here's Vaughn, who's 1 for 1 with an RBI single, which was in the 2nd inning. Neither team has scored since then. Fly ball right to Yastrzemski. And there's 1 down in the 5th. Giants got 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, and the White Sox got 1 in the 2nd. That's where we stand right now. Here's Garcia. Line drive caught by Evan Longoria, 2 down. Right to the 3rd baseman. Here's Anderson, 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs. Foul ball. One, 2 down. Fly ball, but Yastrzemski should be there, and he is over the shoulder catch in right field and then over. And the 5, the score is still 3-1 Giants in game 1. Here's Longoria, 65th pitch coming from Keuchel. He's really recovered since that shaky first 2 innings. This team's only scored 1 run. He's still Team's still down 2. It's Sindel for Longoria, the lead opposites. Here's Brandon Belt, round ball, base hit. 2 on, nobody out for the Giants in the 6th. Trying to send their lead. Here's Austin Slater now, who's 1 for 2 in the game. Ground ball, this could be 2. Abreu will throw it on target this time, and this is a 3-6-1 double play, 2 down, and the runner advances over to third. So Abreu, Anderson, and then Taito, the pitcher, covering. And here's Savano, who's 0 for 1 with a walk and has scored a run. I believe he scored on Yastrzemski's double play. 1-1 down, the runner at third. Ground ball up the middle. Flat down by Anderson. He's gotta hurry, and he's safe. And it's 4-1. As Savano beat out the relay by about a step. RBI infield center for Savano. 4-1 San Francisco here in game 1. And here is Kurt Sally. What a play! Play Abreu diving as he tagged the center down right to the first baseman. Abreu dove to his left and made possibly a top 10 play. Middle of 6 to score down 4-1 Giants. Yeah, it was to his left. But what a play! That probably saved the run, because if they got by him all the way to the corner, that probably was going to score a run. Here's Montreal's 0 for 2. Ground ball, Cueto's there. 1 down. And I didn't dive. The Dame dove. I don't know why it does that, but Dame does that. Here's Moncada, who's singled. His team now is down 3 again. 1-2 down. Fly ball. Let's see. Left the center up a little, but not under it. Slater's there. 2 down. There's Jose Abreu, who made that great play at the end of the top of the 6th. Round ball to Crawford, and the inning is over. And the 6th score is still 4-1 Giants. Here is Devon. 0 for 2 in the game. Hit a double play last time. Ground ball Montreal. And that is in time, 1 down. Still in Cease, by the way, in game 2. And then it's the top of the rotation, I believe, in Lance Lynn, then Giolito, and then someone else. I don't remember who the third guy in the rotation is. Ground ball. Punt. Whoa, it's knocked down by Anderson, but the runner will be safe easily. Base hit, runner first 1 out. Here's Posey. And there's not warm up Matt Foster in the Sox pen, which is down the left field line. Line drive. Will that get down? He said, well. Throw to first is not in time. 2 on, 1 out for the Giants in the 7th. And here's Crawford, and here comes the Sox pitching coach. 41 balls, 42 strikes, 83 total pitches. So here's Crawford, who's 1 for 3, 2 on, 1 out. Top 7, 4-1 Giants, the 1-1 count. The whole infield, I believe, came to the mound, and that was a Heyman slider. It's rocketed in the center field base hit. The runner is being stopped, and he probably would have been out, so it was a good decision to stop. Base loaded, 1 out, top 7. Giants are threatening to break the game wide open, and they're on Brennan and Matt Foster. Runners on base are responsible to Dallas Keuchel. 1 appearance, pitched 3 innings, so really that double play, or at least got to cut down the runner at the plate. Bare minimum. 7 on Doria is not super fast. It's foul ball. Not super slow, but probably around 30, 40 speed. 1-2 count. Ground ball, and that's going to be a base hit. And if it got past Montreal, each runner will move up 90 feet. 5-1 Giants. RBS and no Doria. Would have been hard to turn 2 anyways. And here's Brandon Belt. Now they're up by a grand sign. 3-2 count. Not to throw a strike. And that's a foul ball. Did throw a strike. 3-2 count. Line drive caught! And everyone would get back 2 down. So it's an L5. And here's Slater double in the 4th. Chance to break the game wide open. swing and a miss. Because if he hits one in the gap and clears the bases, if it's 8-1, it's over. They're still within a grand slam. White Sox are ground ball. This should end the inning. And it does end the inning. That run, by the way, is charged a title. Giants do get one, though. Middle or 7-inning stretch time here at the ballpark. The score is now the Giants 5 and the White Sox 1. The White Sox haven't had a base runner or a hit in forever. It feels like 70th pitch, 3-2 count. Line drive, hit hard, base hit. Perfect on that 14 bounce spot. It might have been ball 4, but it's a single. It's our first hit, first base runner in like 5 innings, and here's Mercedes. No action in the Giants bullpen so far. Oh, jam shot. Well, then get down at will. And good jump by Eaton. Why did he not go to third? Well, he went about third away there. Stopped, though. And now there's 2 on, nobody out for the White Sox in the 7th inning for Yasmani Grandal. They're starting to warm up Tyler Rogers in the Giants bullpen. Here's Grandal. Ground ball, base hit. And the runner will easily score. And it's now 5-2. No, and the run did not score. I thought the run... Never mind. I don't know why the runner didn't score. So the runner did not score. Would have scored easily, but now the bases are loaded with nobody out. So Andrew Vaughn, big play here. The pitching coach is going to come out. Run 36 balls, 41 strikes, 77 total pitches. So 5 more strikes and balls. 1-2 count. 1-2 count. To Andrew Vaughn. Popped up on the infield. And it should be the infield firewall. Yes, it is. Vaughn's out. Regardless if he drops it, he does catch it one down. And that was definition of unclutch. Here's Garcia. Lined out and grounded out. Ground ball. That's a base hit. This should score 2. And here, 1 run will score. Here to the second runner. And the throw is offline, and it's 5-3. So White Sox finally break through. So that's a lot of singles in a row. And as Garcia picks up, Vaughn after popping up with the base low and nobody out, he comes through with a 2-run single. And now he's at 5-3, timer at first base, go ahead run at the plate, and here it comes Tyler Rogers. Runners on base are responsible by Cueto. It's in line for the win right now. 14 mouse ball, curveball in the center, 2 on, 1 out, bottom 7, 2-run game. Ground ball, base hit! And they're going to stop Grandal because he only has 1 speed. Throws would have been safe because the throw is offline, like the previous throw, but bases are loaded with 1 out for Nick Montreal. This is getting from bad to worse. And they're signing up Jose Alvarez in the Giants bullpen quickly. And they're signing up Aaron Bummer in the South pen. Here we go, here's Montreal. Ground ball, could get him, and he's going to go home to Grandal, throw to first safe. So it's a 1-2 fielder's choice as he goes home, because it's kind of hard to turn a double play. On that one, you might have got him. He probably was runner's on a score. So base loaded, 2 outs for Juan Mercado. Woo, still 5-3 as a runner did get cut out at the plate. Ground ball, this should end the inning, and it will. Good job by Rogers, only ended up 2, which both were charged Cueto. Obviously, because then Rogers came in, but yeah. And the 7, the score is now the Giants 5 and the White Sox 3. And there was a lot of hits in the inning. They only scored 2 runs and they left 2. Or no, they scored 2 and left 3. Here's Savano, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI. And that's a line drive right to Montreal, 1 down. Actually, it wasn't really a line drive, it was a little pop-up. A little loopy, like, pop-up. Here's Kurt Casales, 2 for 3, 2 count ground ball, Montreal. 2 down here in the 8th. Bummer is still warming up. As both teams have, I believe, a lefty warm up in their bullpen. Here's Devano. Devon, ground ball back to Foster. And then over. 1-2-3 to the Giants. But they lead 5-3. But they lead 5-3 after 7 minutes of play. A lot of hits, a lot of runs. 24 hits. 14 for the Giants, 10 for the White Sox. Here's Abreu. And he's going to face Jose Alvarez. So 0-1 record. 0-1 on a save, but 0 for 1 on save. Obviously, it's not a save. Ground ball. That's a base hit for Abreu. Going for the 9-3 is a scrimp Steve safe. And the timer's coming to play in the form of Adam Eaton. And they're starting with the Giants closer along with Matt Whistler in the bullpen. 1-2 down. Line drive where no one was, base hit. And now the White Sox are storming again with the timer at first base, and the go-ahead run is now coming to the plate. Is that? Are they asking for a pinch runner at first? I think they said center base, but I saw Abreu, and Abreu, yeah, it was Abreu. I saw the facial hair, so they're running faster. Oh, Hamilton, why would you do the runner at second base? That's weird. I said anything at 64 speed, but it was definitely the runner at second base, I think. I don't know why. Wouldn't it be the runner at first base is the tie and run? I'm gonna do that one because that's a tie and run over there. I guess. I don't know. Oh, it is. So Billy Hamilton will pinch run for Adam Eaton at first base. He's a tie and run over there. Here's Mercedes. Mercedes flies one deep right center, not deep right center, and it is caught. And the runner is tagged in. Throw to third. It's close, and he's safe by a hair. Almost nailed him, but he got around the tag. Here's Grandal with runners in the corners and 1 out. Ground ball foul. Little jam shot. This should be 2, and this is gonna be a double play and an over. Then at the 1-speeded Grandal, we headed the 9th with the Giants up 5-3. Bill Hamilton will remain in the game and come in. Billy Hamilton will remain in the game and take over in right field after pinch run in for Adam Eaton in the previous inning. Greenway hitters down to Yastrzemski, and that is a strike on the inside corner, 3-2. Bummer's still warming up, by the way, and that is ball 4. Yastrzemski's on with a leadoff walk. And here's Posey, 2 for 2, 2 singles and a score to run. And here comes the lefty pitcher, Aaron Bummer. Center, cutter, forcing us one. Whistler and Medee are both running away. And Medee's a closer. Center, cutter, forcing us one, slider. 2-1 down to Posey. That's all jam shot. This should be 2. And that is a 1-6-3 double play, 2 down. The 5th double play. Whew, odd double plays. Here's Crawford's 2 for 4 with 2 singles and a run scored. 1-0 down. Swing and a miss. So the pass right by him. Fly ball left center. The rookie Vaughn is there. And the inning is over. Middle, or the White Sox need 2 runs to tie, 3 to win in the bottom of the 9th. Middle at 9, the score's the Giants 5 and the White Sox 3. 2 to tie, 3 to win. It's Vaughn, then Garcia, then the top of the order, and Anderson. And here comes the Giants closer, Jake Medee. 6 for 6 on saves in 7 appearances. That last appearance where he had a save opportunity, which was Game 5 of the NLCS, he almost blew it. Wasn't a blown save, but Rogers had to come in and get the save. 14 on small slider and a 2-seam fastball. 2 to win, 2 to tie, 3 to win. Ground ball, center base. 1 down. Yeah, so 2 runs to tie, 3 to win. Here in the 9th, 1 down, and here's Garcia. If you base runners, you could get the meter of the order up. Here's Garcia, who had that 2-run single last time. 1-0 count. Popped up. Foul ground. Posey's under it. And the White Sox are down their final out. Here's Anderson, a single in the 7th. Got it, get on to bring the time run to the plate. Line drive, base hit. This could be maybe a double. It is, or it will be at least a double if it's by him. And it is a 2-out double for Anderson. And here comes the time run. It's Nick Montreal's 0 for 4, but Mercado's on deck if he can get on. Line drive, will it get down? It will! It got by Yastrzemski! And it goes all the way to the wall! And the runner will be held at third. It's a one-run game. As it got by Yastrzemski. It's a 5-4 game, and the tie runs 90 feet away. As Yastrzemski has missed it. No, I didn't try to purpose it. And now it's Moncada with a chance to tie the game. Tie run 90 feet away. It's a 1-1 count. Ground ball, and the game's tied. My goodness, what a turn of events. The game's tied. Moncada ties it 5-5. Came all the way back to tie this game. 2 outs, then a double, then a triple on a misplay by Yastrzemski. I didn't try to purpose it missed it. I didn't realize he was gonna. I was right there, but I didn't realize he was gonna miss it. I didn't realize my line was off. Truthfully, now it's a 3-hitters count to Abreu. This could be dangerous. Swing and a miss, 3-2. Ground ball, that's a base hit, and now the runner's going to third. And the White Sox have now the winner run 90 feet away. And now now it's Hamilton, and here comes Matt Whistler in a hurry. 4 appearances, 2-0 record, pitch sits in a third. And the winner runs 90 feet away suddenly. Now it's Billy Hamilton, who's now about left-handed. Line drive, base hit, White Sox win! What a comeback! As Moncada wins and has shot the Giants as they lead this World Series 1-0. What a comeback, down 5-1 and 5-3 with 2 outs in the 9th, and then a double, a triple, a single, then another single, and then another single, and the White Sox won 6-5 and they lead the best 7 series 1-0. What a game. Just shot the Giants. Vince Montero, that RBI triple is the player of the game. Aaron Bummer gets the win. Jake McGee gets the loss. What a game. And what a game. 3 in the 9th, all with 2 outs. Whew. That was, that third run was charged him a D because he left. But what just happened? I mean, that was insane. 5 runs and 14 hits, no errors for the Giants. 6 runs and 17 hits, 1 error, which is by Abreu for the. Yeah, 5 runs and 14 hits, no errors for the Giants. 6 runs and 17 hits, 1 error, which is by Abreu for the White Sox. But at this. I didn't know I was so far off my angel where it would get by him. I didn't realize it was on to buy him. I just didn't know. I should have looked at the angel, but I was looking at like that. I was completely off my angel. I didn't put out. And then this one. Yeah, that one you just missed. And then this one, well, yeah, yeah. But then the thing is, they still, that would have been a runner at, well, what? No, well, it would have been, because then they would have put what? The runners out of corners. And the Sindel would have stored Anderson, and then, well, if you do the math, I think they're probably still gonna win the game, probably. Just saying, because if the triple didn't happen, there'd be runs in the corners, 2 outs. Sindel would have scored a run. I put runners in at first and second, 2 outs. Abreu would have made it 5-4. Abreu would have tied it with a Sindel, and then they might have still won the game. But truthfully, I didn't try to run by the ball, or didn't try to purposely run by the ball. No, I thought I was lined up, but I wasn't. I didn't know it was gonna bounce that way. I thought Yastrzemski was there, but they're probably, I'm not saying they were gonna win, but there was a chance that they were at least gonna tie it, but maybe not win it. They might have won it, even if that triple didn't happen, maybe. But White Sox State they won 6-5. They hit 3 runs in the 9th inning, all with 2 outs. Well, 4-3. Yeah, well, all with 2 outs. Game 2 will be next episode. It should hopefully go up. I'm trying to do it every other day right now, so every other day it's gonna probably happen. So if that's the case, Sunday will be game 2. So yeah, we've been Chicago, and I believe it's I'm not sure who it is for the Giants, but I believe it's Dylan Cease for the White Sox. Not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure who it is for the. It might be I think it's Alex Wood. Yeah, Alex Wood. I think it's Alex Wood versus Dylan Cease. So yeah. Our next time closing the board. If it's up to the like button, subscribe if you have the answer. Mom, Dad, Grandpa, Aunt, Uncle, Pet Dependent. Our next time closing the board. If it's up to the like button, subscribe if you have the answer. Mom, Dad, Grandpa, Aunt, Uncles, Pets, and Friends about the videos. And you know I'm gonna see you in episode number 10 of the Television Show 21 Postseason series. See you in episode number 10, and you know, on a bait in and the White Sox.